All right, let's dive in. We're heading to the very top of the world. And up there, in the ice, something is happening that's about way more than just a changing climate. A brand new, high-stakes global trade route is opening up. So let me just ask you this. What if the most remote, hostile place on Earth suddenly became a massive global shortcut? I know, it sounds like something out of a movie, right? But it's not. This is happening right now. As the Arctic thaws, a new passage is emerging that could completely rewrite the rules of shipping, and the global race to control it is already on. And this is where a new vision is really taking shape. You've heard of the ancient Silk Road, right? All desert sands and long caravans? Well, forget that. This new version is a path of ice and water. The ambition is huge, to turn the Arctic Ocean from a frozen barrier into a bustling global highway. So what's the big deal? What's driving all this incredible ambition? Well, it all boils down to one simple, powerful idea. A shortcut. A massive one. For the first time in human history, the Arctic is offering a navigable, direct line between the economic powerhouses of Asia and Europe. Okay, so the official name they've given this vision is the Polar Silk Road. But here's the crucial detail, and you really got to get this. This isn't some new route that China just discovered. It's their very strategic branding of Russia's existing Northern Sea Route. It's a clever move to basically absorb this Arctic passage into their massive global infrastructure plan, the Belt and Road Initiative. To really grasp how big of a change this is, just think about the old way. For over 150 years, the Suez Canal has been the route. And it's not just a shortcut, it's a lever of immense geopolitical power. Well, the Polar Silk Road is the first serious challenger to that dominance, offering a radically more direct path right across the top of the world. And here is the prize, the reason everyone is paying attention: a 40% reduction in transit time. Now, we're not talking about saving a few hours. We're talking about chopping nearly 2 full weeks off a typical voyage. For global logistics, that is nothing short of a revolution. And this quote from some Chinese analysts really puts that revolution into dollars and cents. We're talking millions of dollars in savings on a single trip. So when you multiply that by thousands of voyages a year, you start to see why this isn't just a possibility, it's becoming an economic inevitability. But who has the power, the money, and the political will to make this happen? A route like this doesn't just open on its own. It's being forged through a very powerful and, let's be honest, very convenient alliance between two main players: Russia and China. You know, this partnership works because their needs fit together like a puzzle. Russia has all this Arctic territory and massive energy reserves, but it desperately needs investment and new customers, especially with Western sanctions tightening the screws. And on the other side, you've got China. They have the cash, the industrial power, and they're hungry for a faster, more secure trade route to Europe that bypasses all those traditional choke points. And this alliance didn't just pop up overnight. Not at all. It's a strategic plan that's been carefully built for over a decade. From the launch of the Belt and Road, to floating the Polar Silk Road concept, to officially agreeing to develop the route together, every step has been deliberate. And this isn't just talk and paper agreements. This alliance is being cemented with actual concrete and steel. We're seeing massive joint investments in projects like the Yamal natural gas facility, new ports, even joint security patrols. This is a real partnership being built on the ground in one of the harshest places on Earth. So here's the crucial thing to understand. The impact of all this doesn't just stop in the Arctic. The ripple effects are set to redraw the entire global map of trade and influence. I mean, just think about the historical weight of that for a second. The opening of the Suez Canal back in 1869 completely changed the world. Well, the Polar Silk Road is the first thing since then that has the potential to fundamentally challenge that established order of global trade. It's a really big deal. But of course, opening up a new frontier is never simple. It's never clean. Beyond all the incredible opportunity, this story is also loaded with incredible risks and some really serious simmering tensions. And those challenges really fall into 4 big buckets. First, geopolitics. The US and NATO are watching this growing Russia-China partnership with a lot of concern. It's not just about trade, it's about the potential for military presence up there. Second, there's a subtle friction over who's in charge. Russia wants total control, but China would much rather it be a more open international waterway. Third, the environment. I mean, the risk of an oil spill or an industrial accident in this pristine ecosystem is just catastrophic. And finally, you have the operational reality. The The route is still seasonal, it's still incredibly dangerous, and you need very expensive, specialized ships and icebreakers to even make the trip. So what you have is this immense opportunity shadowed by an equally immense risk. And when you put it all together, what we're witnessing is one of the most significant geopolitical transformations of our time. The Arctic is shedding its old image as a remote, frozen wasteland and is emerging as a central stage for 21st century ambition. And right at the heart of this whole transformation is that powerful partnership between Russia and China. Their cooperation is the engine driving this change, and it's actively reshaping the very architecture of global trade and power. So the key takeaway here is this. Our mental map of the world is becoming outdated. The Arctic is no longer at the edge of that map. It's becoming the center of a new one. And that leaves us with a final, really critical question. As this new center of gravity emerges, who is going to write the rules for this new world?